All right, boys. So if you're in corporate sales, this one is for you. I got a question the other day. It's actually a friend of a friend. It says, I'm highly interested in getting out of the corporate matrix. I've been in corporate sales for almost 9 years now, selling medical equipment. Elliot briefly explained remote closing, and I would love to know more about it. He says you're an expert in that area. Any advice, suggestions, and guidance you provided me with will be greatly appreciated. So, I have been putting together a little upgraded presentation on this. I did door-to-door sales starting when I was 19. Did that for like 5 years, then I did corporate sales for 2 years, and I've been remote for the past 10 years. So I thought I would break it down in this little chart. This little boardy board here. Oh, I got to bring it over here. So this is what I'm calling six-figure sales freelancer, or the 10K a month remote pro. So how do you escape the corporate matrix? Well, either you have a side hustle, either you build something on your own on the side, or you get a job that's not a corporate job. So what I'm going to talk about is how to become an independent remote pro, an independent salesperson. So to be a successful freelancer, sales freelancer, you only need 2 high income skills. Number 1 is, of course, the skill of closing, specifically one call closing, which is different than sales, which we'll talk about. And number 2 is the skill of getting clients, getting customers, getting gigs. When you have both, then you have the ability to never worry about money again. Okay. So think of it like this. Think of it as you are a one-man agency, and like any agency, you need to keep your client pipeline full to grow. The same is true as a remote closer. You will need to go through multiple opportunities before you hit 10K a month. It's the same with any agency or freelancer. Your first client is not going to be the highest paying client. You'll need to work with many clients before you hit a big one. But the cool thing with remote closing is you can make 10K a month with one single client. That is definitely possible, and many do. But for most people, it takes a while to find that killer offer, to find that 10K a month job. That's why I teach client stacking, always being active with outreach/applications to build your pipeline so you can hop on better offers when they come available. So let's get into the pillars of success. When it comes to freelancing, the pillars of success are outreach/job applications, your profiles/videos, your closing skill, and your work ethic. All right. And so I'm going to go into each of these 4 pillars and what's underneath each of them so far. So let's actually jump straight into profiles. So the first thing you want to do is if you want to escape the corporate matrix and go independent, is your LinkedIn and your Upwork profile. So update those. You are now a freelance sales expert, right? And really what you're going to be building up your independent career as is you're an expert. That's the new career model. It's just you're an expert. So for me, in my agency, I'm an expert at Amazon. I'm just an expert. And then I serve people. I serve people in companies. Over here, this is my passion business, Riley Bennett Remote. I'm an expert at remote work, remote career, freelancing. And so think of yourself at the end of the day, you're just an expert. And so you're going to, as a remote closer, you're going to be a sales and closing expert. So LinkedIn and Upwork profile. First two things you want to do is profile picture. Make sure you have a really good professional profile picture because first impressions are everything. Next thing is make sure you have an intro video. This is a short video that basically is a virtual introduction so people can hear you speak. If they're going to be hiring a salesperson, the first thing they want to do is hear you speak. So that's the first obvious thing. From there, you can make an additional longer video, more of a VSL type video. Optional where it has slides and get into more depth, just like an agency would. And then there's your bio and kind of obvious stuff. And then tutorial videos. Additionally, optionally, you can make some additional videos to put on your profiles that talk about sales, kind of like teaching sales, right? Sharing tips and tricks. So if a potential client or company scrolls your profile, they're like, oh, this guy is like teaching sales. He must be a sales expert, because that's what you are. Also, Instagram profile and mini website. And we'll get into those. If you're watching this live, you can leave a comment or question, and I'll try to get to it. All right, so that's your profiles. And then the other pillar of success is your outreach / job applications. So any form of freelancing, I don't care if you're a real estate agent or a graphic designer or copywriter, you have to go get clients. So that's the world of a remote pro. So how good you are at that is going to be one of the things that determines your success, how much money you make. All right, and so in terms of outreach / applications, the main funnels that you're going to be looking at are LinkedIn and Upwork as a funnel for yourself as a remote pro. My simple framework is this. Check Upwork job 15 minutes a day. Check LinkedIn jobs 15 minutes a day. On LinkedIn, you can set up job notifications. Very easy to do. Let's say you apply to 1 a day on LinkedIn. That's reasonable. Let's say you apply to 5 a day, 4 to 5 a day on Upwork. That's reasonable because there's a lot more volume on Upwork. Additionally, optionally, you can check Facebook groups, closer Facebook groups that are hiring, looking for closers, remote salespeople. My favorite one is Upwork. From what I've seen, it's the fastest and easiest way to land jobs. I'm kind of an Upwork expert as well. I've been on Upwork for 6 years as an Amazon expert. So these are applications. These are applications. Over here, you have outreach. So cold outreach. So any freelancer, any agency, business, they do a lot of cold outreach, as you're going to be doing for clients. So there's Instagram cold outreach, LinkedIn, and Twitter X. That's a whole separate bag of worms. It's more of a long-term strategy. I was actually writing a whole guide on this today, but maybe that's for another day. So that's it. That's how you break out of the corporate matrix in a quick nutshell. You become a freelancer and you get your own clients via Upwork and LinkedIn. And you build up your clientele. And now you're a freelancer and you're getting paid directly and you're your own boss. And then over here, closing skill. So if you're choosing closing as your skill, as your service, this is the delivery part of it. So breaking it down like I do Amazon marketing, business is just traffic, conversion, delivery, growth. An agency and online business is just these elements. So closing skill is as you're a one-man agency, closing their leads is going to be the service you're delivering. So how do you improve your closing skill? Well, you can do this the free way, learning from YouTube videos, learning on the job, the paid way, courses, mastermind, coach, role plays. That might be free as well. Maybe in the job that you get, they have you do role plays as practice. Many jobs have that. Closing call framework, beginning conversations and questions. What are your main questions or concerns at this point? It's the price. Okay, gotcha. Is that the only concern at this point? Or are there other things? Clarify that's the only thing. If yes, okay, nice. So it's only the price. Eh? Okay, great. So then we can try to figure out a payment plan that would work. If no, then talk about the other concerns. If we could do this, if we could do X payments of X, what would be your thoughts? If no, okay. Just so I know where you're at, is there a payment plan that you had in mind that would work for you? If yes, great. Any other questions, concerns before getting into next steps. Great. That's my real quick framework. All right. That's a whole other course there. And then work ethic. So your daily routine, your persistence, your mindset. So this is going to determine your success as a freelancer, escaping the corporate matrix. So this goes with anything, starting your own business, not giving up. So you're going to want to push at this for, for a good 2 to 3 years. Just like anyone starting their agency, their freelance career, it's going to take a couple years to get traction. And then mindset, don't give up. So coming in other videos / guides, optimizing your LinkedIn profile, Upwork profile, Instagram profile, application framework, scripts and stuff. In terms of job applications, I have a framework that's very short and sweet, very kind of just asking some clarifying questions. Anyways, that is my quick 6-figure sales freelancer overview. And put a question in the comments if you want me to do a video on something next.